Hi, this is Cecelia from Tarot by Cecelia, and this is your weekly tarot guidance for the week of November 23rd through November 29th, 2015. You know, I think we have finally arrived, and it's absolutely amazing, to say the least, okay? You have been through so much. Now it is time to go forth and shine your light, okay? Share your compassion with others because you truly have survived the hardest parts. And I think that tug of war between the past and the present is starting to subside. You've managed to take some steps in recent weeks that are helping you distance yourself from the past and really to get things moving. Yeah. It seems everyone would like to put their 2 cents in, but you know what? You did this yourself, and good for you. Just keep that forward movement going. It's okay to reminisce about the past and even go over it because there's still some things that need to be worked out. It's not 100% done yet, but you have taken the steps finally to see to it that it is done. Oh, hallelujah. What a good thing. And the thing of it is that, like, while you still worry, that it's in the back of your mind, you still maintain some worry over all of these things. Maybe for some of you, it's even more visible. But in actuality, you're free to go. You're finally free to go. You're entering a transitional period this week, like where you're finally coming into your change. And I like this a lot for so many of you. It involves so many different things. Some of you finally have that divorce. Some of you are finally working on that divorce. Some of you are starting a new job. Some of you are at a new job, but you're finally getting those details worked out. There is just so much going on. And, you all have different things. Remember this. I'm going to get off track for a second here. When you go around and you talk to others, remember that everyone is really going through what you are, just in a different way. So, there's a saying about that, about, not knowing what another's journey is. But bear in mind that, it really is a similar thing. And to them, whatever they're going through seems just as bad as whatever you've been doing. It's just a different story. Same idea. But, things are starting to balance themselves out for you. This has taken a great deal of patience. Now, also, in the past few weeks, there has been that, Mercury in Scorpio thing that was going on. It's now entered Sagittarius. But there is a lot of, getting to the truth, like just getting down to the nitty gritty. You really got some good things done in the past 3 weeks, didn't you? So this week is a little bit different. A lot of the energy is shifting to Sagittarius. And, I remember reading it somewhere how each sign makes up for what the sign before was lacking. I'm sorry that so many people perceive us Scorpios out there as being really serious. But yes, we are. We're serious, we're deep thinkers, and we get to the truth of the matter. But this Scorpio energy that you just experienced the last 3 weeks was very, very necessary. So now as everything is shifting into Sagittarius, Sagittarius likes to have fun. Look around. Any Sagittarius, they probably like to goof off. Not that they don't like to work, but they probably like to goof off. They're just kind of goofy people and, generally fun to be around and a lot more lighthearted than those of us who are Scorpios and just take life so seriously. Not that we don't have a sense of humor. It's just that we think a little differently than everyone else. Can't be helped. It's what balances the world out. We're all different. So, anyway, things have been eliminated in the past 3 weeks. So this just feels so significant to me. It's like you've suddenly put yourself in a position where now you can go forward. You had other things that you wanted to do. You couldn't quite hatch the plans that you needed because you weren't able to accomplish something. Well, you finally have. finally have. It's like you managed to achieve a wish and flip life all at the same time. You know, for a while there, it felt like the universe just pulled the rug out from under you. This week you start to say, okay, I've got a stable foundation again. I have something to build on. You're working on your stress levels. I like this a lot. I'm not saying that there will never be stress, but I'm saying that you have finally achieved things that allow you to keep your emotions in check and in balance. And I'm not saying holding things in where you don't, speak up and say things. I'm talking about, balanced, your inner world, your outer world. This is all really, really good. And through all the changes that have taken place in your life, you actually are starting to see things a lot differently, aren't you now? And for some of you, this is very good, especially for those who waited way too long for that change, waited way too long, years even, to file for that divorce. Oh my. Okay. But my saying, and everybody hears me say it all the time, is that time is the most important thing we've been given. You can't get all of those years back, but you have from this moment to go forth and enjoy your life and, have a good time and truly live it. Keep that in mind. You're at the beginning of a very important transition in your life right now. No matter what it is that you've been through, you will find that there is a lot less sorrow, and sadness in your life. It's going to be leaving. I really truly like this. You're giving birth to a whole new phase. You've gone from that sort of not knowing and trying to be balanced to, how can I put it? I'm telling you, it's like the universe pulled the rug out from under you. And then you're able to eliminate the pain. All right. And you feel as though the universe is finally coming to your rescue with things, and the planets feel more like they're aligning in your favor. Things are shifting. They are shifting. They're shifting in a very good way, where you feel as though doors are finally starting to open. This is such a powerful week. And it is, at least here in the U.S., it's probably the biggest travel week of the entire year. It's a week where there's a holiday and many people go home for Thanksgiving. So I would say that this week there is truly a lot to be thankful for. No matter where you are, no matter what you are doing, you've had some very positive things happen. And like I said, these are things that you've accomplished in the last 3 weeks. Just imagine, all that great Scorpio energy really, really helped you out while the Sun and Mercury were in Scorpio. Amazing. And now you have, Venus back on your side. Okay. Finally in a better place than it was before. So Venus is in Libra, and it's working on, helping you balance a lot of things out. Venus is love, money, relationships, even those, I don't want to say health issues. It's not so much health issues. It's more of a beauty thing, so you might be feeling more lighthearted now and saying, okay, I think it's time for that new haircut. I think it's time for, that new outfit. Just things feel generally better. I see you wanting to get dressed up and feel better about yourself and go somewhere and do something. There really is this feeling of, being adventurous because there's more. There's more. And I want to say you have more tricks up your sleeve, things that you want to do. And that this is only the beginning. It really, truly is only the beginning, no matter your age, no matter what's going on. There are things that you will still feel chained to. All right. For those that are in the U.S., the card that I'm looking at here, I have to speak about this, and you'll actually see it coming up. I don't plan these things, but when you see the card of the day that falls on Thanksgiving, I picked the most appropriate card that went for that card and the message that it has. And, that's a tough day for many. Sometimes holidays are hard. And being able to balance those emotions. A lot of times, when you have these types of things going on, especially a holiday week, you're putting people in the mix who may not necessarily get along, and everybody's trying to bite their tongue, and I see that here as well, and, get along for the day, to sit down for that hour and have a meal together. It isn't easy. It isn't always easy. So in spite of all of the positive energy that is here for the week, those are things to keep in mind that can very likely take place, but it is all part of the day. It's probably in every single family out there. I'm telling you. Now, I also see the need to go forth and help out. Oh, yes, indeed. I was looking for this. It's not even sometimes about, can you go sit down with your own family, but can you and your family go help another? Yeah, that makes me choke up because I see it here. And I know that so many of you out there are very charitable people and will be going to give of your time to help those in need. It's a beautiful thing. It's a really beautiful thing. And I see these celebrations here. I'm just, your life is in recovery mode. Beyond it, don't let yourself be haunted by the past because you have more opportunities coming. And you're going to just close that past off eventually. You're working on it. It's like you've almost slid that door shut. But remember during this week, especially with the gatherings that you're at, to be mindful of what you say. All right? There is a full moon in Gemini this week, Chatty people they are. Watch what you say. Communication is important. All right? I just always try to remind everyone, if you think that, there's something wrong. Sometimes people are stressed out and they start taking it out on the wrong person. Don't do that. Enjoy your holidays. Be good. Be mindful of others. I'm pulling a few more cards for you guys here because you always ask me to do this. Now, I see if you trust your intuition and do that, you can walk away from anything and not let it bother you. If you see things happening that you're not too crazy about, just walk away from them for the moment, especially if it involves family and stuff. All right, because I see maintaining that balance within the home. That's good. Just go with the flow. Choose to go the other way. All will be fine, And I also see this as a week, even though it isn't for everyone a holiday week, okay? But I see it as a week for really working on plans, all right? Fine tune those plans. It is time to move on and go forth. You have made so much progress in your life that it is time. It is absolutely time. And honestly, I can't wait to see what next week brings because I think, like I said, this is a week where you're beginning to transition now. It's like you finally hit your stride in the new part and you feel the new is finally coming in. You've been working on it since that new moon in October. The new moon in November in Scorpio really came in and helped you a lot. And it's put you in a much different place. So, be prepared. Go forth, shine your light. Thank you for listening. I'll see you here next week, and everyone, have a great week and also a great holiday. Take care.